Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I am the Whiteseer and today I am joined by Raphael Perry and Fujivato, and we are embarking on a playthrough of Divinity Original Sin 2, which I've never played and have been told that it's a really good game and I should really play it. Obviously with the usual crew for this kind of game, and yeah, let's jump in, see how it goes. How is everyone doing?
Yeah, good, thanks. Yeah.
I'm panic checking to ensure I'm recording.
First time I've been called a DOS virgin, to be fair.
Yeah. Why did I think of DOS in Windows when you said that?
That's exactly what I thought. I was just like, what? This is a coding thing.
Oh mate, it's like Divinity Dragon Prince or something, the one that's set in hell. Then there's like Divine Divinity something else. Then that company wasn't interested in the license anymore, and Larian got to do their own stuff with it. They made Divine Divinity 2, which was like a real-time non-Diablo clone, weird thing. They just called it Divinity 2. Then they made Divinity Original Sin, which was a prequel. Then they made like a prequel to the original Divine Divinity. Then they made Divinity Dragon Commander, which was an RTS. Then they made Divinity Original Sin 2. Then Baldur's Gate 3, actually, which we are currently playing, and don't worry, we're not ignoring it. But hey, we're
greedy. We want to play more than one game at a time, basically.
We got this, you know.
So I'm looking at the build presets, and I originally thought Conjurer was definitely the way to go, and then I just saw Enchanter, and I'm now trying to decide. I think I'm going to stick with Conjurer.
Okay.
Wow, their six-pack muscles for elves are weird.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. They have strange non-human features.
Oh, what colour skin do I want? Wheat or bisque? Very hey, there's nutmeg here. Rip. Walnut. Okay, so there's a lot of I'm gonna go for wheat, I think. Yeah, it helps if you look at the camera while I'm trying to sort your face out. Keeps looking away from the camera when I'm trying to sort his face out. It's not helpful.
Oh, don't you just hate that? The Jason Momoa dwarf face.
I'm going to be a young guy, I think. Oh, that is some hardcore hair. I'm going with that.
It's interesting how the portraits are changing in real time as we're fiddling with character creation.
Hair colour ice bear. That looks cool.
Almost got me that time.
Okay, what I hate about playing this unmodded is that the dwarven beards don't meet the hair at the temples, and they have this weird gap that just makes it look really fake.
Okay, change my name. Okay, build preset Conjurer attributes. I can edit these. Is there any point to editing these?
Which one?
To add what?
The attributes. It says I can edit them. It's giving me +1 intelligence, +2 constitution.
Yeah, you can edit everything in the entire build. The attributes are your main ability scores. The abilities are skills, and the skills are your hotkeyable actual skill slot stuff.
Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to stick with what I've got. Conjure something. shoot something, make a totem. Sounds cool. Okay, special talents. It gave me Pet Pal. What does that actually do?
That's good. That lets you speak to animals.
Yeah, lets you speak to animals.
Okay, well, so I can get an army of badgers like a third ed druid.
Oh,
No, because there's normally
it's
animals walking around that you can talk
like
to them.
if
and
you're
have
investigating
conversation.
a crime, you can literally ask animals what they've seen and they'll tell you.
Okay. It's not actually, when I hover over the thing, it's not telling me what these things actually are. Which is really annoying. Living armor, that might have been cool. I'll go with the pet thing.
Oh, you're looking at talents.
Yeah, it's not actually telling me what any of the talents are.
Right. Are you mousing over the talent name or just the line itself, or what?
Everything. I've tried everything.
It should tell you when you mouse over them. So living armor is when you get healing, your magic armor, you have physical armor and magic armor. Physical armor protects you from physical damage, magical armor protects you from magical damage. And living armor is every time you receive healing, you get some magical armor buff, to protect you from magical effects.
Okay.
So it's like the higher your health, the bigger your resistance is, sort of thing.
Okay. I'll stick with the pet thing. We'll give it a go. Select my tags. Uh-huh. Oh, finest manners. No, I don't want that.
I think I'm nearly done.
Okay. I'm done.
I'm not. I'm not even remotely done. This guy needs a name.
I'm twigs and berries. Because at heart, I'm still a
this is
child.
tricky. Yes. I thought you were referring to something else there for a moment, and then I realised you probably actually were.
Yep. Twigs and berries. I'm waiting for Fuji to go for Frank and beans.
Try my best not to.
Let's go with a good old standby. Elgir Gilbrave.
Where have I seen that before?
Tags. I should go noble because of the way they do the dwarves. Noble scholar, noble soldier. Mystic and noble is a good one for a sort of paladin build, but it's a bit weird.
Amazing. Amazing.
Right, I'm going to kickstart.
I see.
Is everyone done?
Please.
I went for the oud for my instrument. What did you two choose?
I chose the one above that.
I chose the Bansuri. The little piccolo recorder
Oh,
thing.
nice. We all got different instruments. Cool.
That's very biggles of you.
Let's go in and not skip the intro if everyone's ready.
Yeah. I'm ready to watch the intro.
It's a reasonably short one. Are you sure? Yes, I have finished the character creation. Thank you, game, for asking me.
As if on cue we have fireworks outside.
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared. And sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead, I became part of their story.
Nice little flames there. I'd honestly forgotten that little touch. So that was it. That was the intro.
So we have the most obnoxiously loud fireworks going on outside where I am right now. So I apologise if you can hear
I
that.
can actually hear them.
The sedative will wear off soon enough.
I'm watching the bar here on OBS bounce up and down. It's ridiculous. Okay.
So yeah, we've been sedated, and you get to be in control of the conversation. Interestingly enough.
Easy now. No need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
Now, as for obnoxious, Magister C1 definitely fits the bill.
Yeah, just a note, Whiteseer, when you see people's portraits, you'll see the red bar, which is their health. Above that, they have two other bars. The blue one is magical resistance, and the white one is physical resistance.
Okay.
So when we're doing combat, any magical damage will come off the magical resistance, and then the physical will come off the physical resistance. Before you have to take off their health.
Your resistances go on top of your health, and you need to wear down something's resistances before you can affect it with abilities that inflict conditions and do stuff.
Okay.
So instead of being like, I'm going to debuff you at the start of a fight, you're like, I'm going to beat you down and down and down and then debuff you when your resistance is fully gone.
Okay.
Now, this is the new tutorial deck, which basically means nothing to you, but that ladder you see up ahead leads to the deck above where you can go once you've finished playing around down here. Essentially, this deck used to not exist, and we used to be on the deck above it at the top of that ladder.
Okay, right.
At the end of the intro. So for me and Nog, we're like, oh, this is a bit new. And for you, you're just like, oh, hey, let's walk around and have some fun, you know.
Yeah. I'll tell you something. The hang on. I'm attacking something. Is that because I'm holding control to use push to talk? It is. Let me just change.
Because you're holding control to attack things, yes.
Let me just change this in my menu. That's going to annoy the hell out of me.
Yeah. Control is the force attack key. So you like control click to attack stuff if you want to. Oh man, you opened that one already? Do you want to like let him fill around a bit? I wish we could toggle walk and run, and I can't remember a way of doing it, so it is what it is. So here we have a locked door, and it looks like Biggles Butterworth is discovering that vase contained a key.
He did, yes.
And our friend here is still in the previous room, so we should... Wait. Oh, that's empty. Damn it, the hen hutch is empty, no eggs. There's a sack here. Empty sack, okay.
Right, I've sent that key on to Twigs and Berries, so he should have that.
Okay.
Right, okay. That now should no longer be a problem.
You should also notice we are each wearing a brightly glowing collar around our necks that we cannot take off. It's obviously brightly glowing. This collar suppresses our source abilities, which we would otherwise be capable of using, and would be a danger to the population at large. We are considered to be like nuclear weapons, essentially. You know, uncontrollable, dangerous things, so we have these collars to dampen our abilities.
Okay.
Shaking her fluffy coat, the sheep eyes you
I'm just talking to the sheep.
You are
Her
talking to the
rectangular
sheep.
eyes like
Well, I can talk to the sheep, so I thought I might as well talk to the sheep.
She kicks you
You
right in the
can,
shin.
absolutely, yes.
Fresh meat. Nice. Plump. Banded like a chicken's leg, too.
What?
The depth of unamused ennui staring back at you from those ovine eyes is startling.
Are you referring to the ballerina? So funny, so funny.
With 2 shakes of her stumpy tail,
2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
from you to graze her hay-filled manger.
Excellent.
Literally, Larian are very good at writing animal dialogue. They enjoy doing it a lot. So we got this door here.
Okay, do you know what the style reminds me of? And obviously this came out before the game that I'm going to reference here, and that's Broken Ranks.
I was going to mention that to you because apparently it's coming out next month. No, January.
Yeah, next year for sure. Oh, this is locked. So
I'm going to drag this like that.
oh, oil.
Yeah,
That's
on the floor.
That's interesting.
Dangerous. Greasy.
Can we jump?
Oh, he's chaving everything in there.
Yeah, of course. You never know when you need.
You could have done that while we had the door closed so you wouldn't be spotted. Oh, well.
Okay, what's this lever do? Should we talk to him first?
Hey, get me out of this cage and I'll make it worth your while.
We can do.
Sure,
I
there's a guy in a cage.
We're going to update the sergeant who's on duty.
Someone screamed loud as
Okay.
a banshee. After that, pure pandemonium. They never even told me what I was accused of. Just dragged me down here. Set me free, and I'll set you free. A fair trade, I should think. A gentleman among jesters, you are. Give that lever a pull, and I get...
Okay, I'm pulling the lever.
Before you can even touch the lever, you hear a sniff and
joy.
snort behind
What
you
happened?
as the snoring magister mumbles himself.
Aha! The guard is waiting up. So that's... We're not automatically drawn into conversation, so we do need to click on them to listen in, and it often makes us skip the first line.
Shift over.
Okay.
You here to relieve me?
So it might be
Magister, you're a sorcerer. What are you doing here, filthy elf? Choose your
Have they
word,
spelled sorcerer?
My fists ache to meet a new face.
And yes, they spell sorcerer like that. So it might be a good convention for whoever initiates the conversation to reread the first line once everyone's in the conversation, just so they have a good summary of what they missed.
Okay. What are
We
the things
can't see
on
your
the
odds on
left-hand
this at
side
all.
here? Trade. Oh, inventory.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You can look at your inventory. You can try and trade with him, like literally haggle and swap things, and people have stuff.
Okay, how do I know? I guess there's
A
no
lot
way
of
of
them
knowing which persuasion rolls better.
No, you'd have to.
It helps
I
to know what your
remember
stats
what-
are.
Yeah,
If you
remember
look
what
in the
skills you are.
inventory. Oh. No, I can't look. Yeah, you check the inventory. You should be able to look in your character sheet and see what your stats are.
Yeah, I think Constitution's probably my best.
Constitution's being tough. Finesse is like dexterity, and wits is like kind of like a wisdom, but it's also used for other things as well.
Hey,
Damn. If it's not one thing, it's another.
hopefully I got rid of this
Trust
schmuck.
those fools to deal with any nonsense on their own. Can't leave the prisoner alone though. He's been nothing but trouble, I hear.
Memory is a skill that you might have put points into. It gives you more hotkey slots to hotkey skills for combat and spells.
Actually, my intelligence is better.
Oh, great. Great.
Where it says needed 2, what does that
He
mean?
comes with me.
It means you need
Some
2
offence
ranks in the
intended.
skill to
Hear
have
that,
succeeded.
Emma? We're taking
Okay.
a walk.
Some offence intended.
I'm yanking it.
Oh god, how's that gonna go? Oh, you pulled it.
Can I attack him? Oh, what? I didn't do anything, I swear.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Hang on. Who's the enemy here? The
he,
guard?
walked into a fire barrel.
All right. You started a fight.
He didn't like that.
I've
I
got
didn't
a firestone
stop.
grenade here. I'm not going to use it.
I moved the oil barrel just in case the fight broke out, but he walked into that and it counted as an attack.
Right. I've toughened up and gone. Whoa!
So we can't use any of our
Uh,
spells because we're wearing the thingies, right?
Can't use your
I'm gonna turn
your
him
sorcery
into
ability,
stone.
but can use your other abilities.
Okay, I've turned the enemy into stone, so he's paralyzed for a bit. He's harder to hurt, but it gives us time to recover from being greased up and
Oh
knocked
mate,
down
this
and
guy's
stuff.
dead.
So much for a peaceful
Wow, you
stroll.
literally killed the guy you were trying to break out of a prison cell by breaking that oil barrel.
No, that was. Oh, yeah, he walked into it. I moved the barrel. He walked into it.
Why did you?
Well, in case a fight broke
Why
out,
did you move
so we
that?
could. In case a fight broke out, so we could potentially have it. To
I
set fire
have
to
found trousers. I shall wear the trousers.
it.
I now look marginally less ragged. Like coins and a key as well. I am so hardcore.
Oh, you shouldn't miss something there. That's what I'm saying.
Well, that was an interesting development.
What's that? What did I just pick up here?
In the meantime, I'm going to unlock that door for you. So we can go into this next chamber, and I'm going to be looking around. Look, look. There's a nice relaxing torture table here. I barely fit on it. It's made for someone bigger with longer legs.
Oh, minor
I'm
healing
fine.
potion.
Empty.
Empty indeed. Yoink.
Okay, I'm going to set fire to the poison to get rid of it.
I'm gonna step back.
Okay, back
Stand back.
off. Because that will happen. So
So
yes,
we're just slightly better
poison in this
positioned.
game much more flammable than in Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, I see that.
Does anyone
It
have any
will die
water?
down after a
Oh,
while.
that's good.
Oh,
Not yet, but I'm sure we'll get. We're surrounded by it. We're in a boat.
No, I mean,
A
in
ship,
terms of putting the fire
nonetheless.
out, but it died down, so that's fine.
deck of cards.
Wait. Can I? Okay, nothing under it.
And I'm back where I started. Nowhere to go but up.
Nowhere to go but up, guys.
Well, there we go.
Yeah,
Going up.
it's not bad. Oh yeah, killed 2
Are
people.
you sure you want to leave the tutorial deck? Yes, because otherwise we'll never get to continue.
Yeah, that's it, guys. That's the end. Join us next time,
Another
or-
playthrough.
where we make a character and that's it. To be fair, I have had a few games in my life where it's felt a bit like that. Spend half an hour making a character and realise, actually, that's it.
Hmm.
Oh, raw bird leg. I want.
Oh, home time. Uh-oh, she's pacing.
Why,
Who's
you're
this?
looking a bit more
This is the
chipper.
nasty woman who woke us up.
Yes. Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work, even if I do say so myself. There you are.
I'll
Not
speak
too
to her if
tight,
neither of
though.
you two want to.
The
Oh, you
collar,
already are.
I mean. Oh, not to worry.
hang on.
Every dog
I've
has to
never been
get
able
used
to-
to its leash.
Down.
In the meantime, your next stop will be
She knows
Magister
about the
William.
collar.
All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
My name's Twigs and Berries. I think you'll find that I'm in charge of the logs. The big, twiggy logs.
dare! If you violate the virtue of my carpet, I'll do a good thing worse and put a collar around your neck.
I think I just threatened to poop on the floor.
She pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative. Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy.
Fort Joy sounds lovely.
A new life awaits, and if you're a particularly good boy, perhaps a cure as well. An end to sauce. For good.
She frowns,
Yes, we're being
peers
taken to
at you
Fort
closely,
Joy for our
resting
own
the
good
back of
because
one
we're a
hand
menace
on
to
your forehead
society.
and taking your pulse with the other.
Checks out. It does check out. That's fair enough.
Delusions such as these are rare, but not unheard of.
We tripped a guy up and killed him with a barrel downstairs. He fell over like... I tripped and I fell. That's actually what he would say if you used to speak with dead on him. I tripped and I fell.
For my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens. Oh, do go on. I won't
I'm not
hold it
doing it.
against you. From my aunt, we neat little lamb. Perhaps I needn't have collared you at all, though it does look darling on you. So let's just leave it on, shall we? Because to answer your question, what this collar does is this. It makes you unable to cast source. For your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's.
Okay. So, I guess we need to get these collars off, right?
Yes, but we don't do that for a while.
Yeah, if you mouse over her, you'll see she has, you know, grey armor and blue magic armor.
Quite the mess they made.
Ah, yes, okay.
Yes. There's been a murder. And Biggles has run straight into the crime scene.
My, these smelling
That can't end well.
I'm joining Biggles in here.
You can talk to the Magister. See what
I'm gonna speak to Magister Cadocat. Oh no, you're talking
Burns
about
me
cool.
up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this. Finn didn't see it like that. He was desperate for us to help him. Two things scared the living daylights out of him. His own shadow and his own source. We'll find out who did this. Speaking of,
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. Didn't even stir. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course.
Depends how much dinner I've had.
Yeah, challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. I'm going to eat so many sprouts at Christmas. I'm going to kill everybody in the house. Uh-huh.
I thought as much. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a uniform. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that? Not in here, it isn't. You let me know if you hear anything.
Always try and get
Whoever
more.
did this is dangerous.
You're a prisoner. Do you really think you could command more for your services?
Well, they could take this bloody thing off.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I'm hearing a sheep.
You can tell we're absolute prisoner scum lowlifes because we're robbing the place.
Yeah, you kind of know where all the loot is. I'm running around trying to get something for myself here.
No, it is semi-random to an extent. It's like partially placed, partially... There's a sheep here. And some big sacks of... Have you emptied those sacks already? There's also plenty of other prisoners to meet and talk to.
Yeah.
Oh, here's one of those metal crates I was talking about earlier, with like 6,000 hit points. It can be used in combat quite effectively. It has a bludgeoning
Oh,
door.
good God.
Where do I see where you are?
They don't care about us.
Oh,
We're literally right next to you on the map and you're running away from us.
there's a dog here.
There's a dog? Oh, good God, why is there a dog?
It's a saw sound.
Oh, it must be like a
Yeah.
guard dog.
Trying to talk to it. Where's that sheep?
You think me mad?
It was back near the door.
Really? Oh, there.
In the big cage by the door.
I bet the sheep did it.
I'm not suited for this. It's sea cow, not sea shit. Haven't got any shears, have you? People these days.
Oh. Try and steal its wool.
You look a little bit elfish.
I look a little bit elfish.
Maybe
Oh.
your daddy was an elf. My daddy's name is Frieda. He's waiting for me at home. Do you know Losa?
Did you speak to the dwarf on the bench?
No,
Not
I'm
yet,
just...
I haven't spoken to any of the NPCs yet.
I've just started a conversation if you wanted to join in.
Oh, that's a good conversation. That's a fun one.
Yeah, cool. I'm listening in, man. Listening in.
He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open his eyes.
Listen up, boy. You hear that? The ship, of course.
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from floor to ceiling, the boom, crash and crackle of waves around you, complaints from the sea itself.
And? Sick as a leper's cat. From the state of it, I'd say she's being cared for by a bunch of beardless babes who never loved anyone but their own mums. But there's more.
The guy's a beast.
Listen close. There
Oh,
now,
yes, he
just
is.
like that.
Squeak!
Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw claps you on the back. The other catches you before you lose your footing.
There. You heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, boy. Good news. It's the wheel. The wheel. Don't you see, you beautiful idiot? Squeaks whenever the helmsman jerks it clockwise, which means we're heading east. Burn my beard.
Wow, he's good.
That means if we've been travelling for
Yeah,
yes, only 10.34
Well, he is a
nautical
naval
miles
ship's
to Fort
captain.
Joy. Ah, so you've eyes as well as ears, eh? You'll go far, mate. Even here.
Even here.
No, indeed, boy. But that ain't my final destination.
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard, gold medallions jingling merrily. His eyes roll over to you.
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
He continues stroking his beard, a beatific smile on his lips, and doesn't acknowledge you anymore.
Worth a try.
So, Beast is one of the potential party members we can pick up.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. And the Red Prince was one of them as well, right?
Yes.
One of the origin
Yeah.
characters.
Who are you talking to? Oh, you're still listening into that conversation, right?
Yeah.
Your Majesty, turnips and water are all I was given.
Right, there's somebody
So
up
this
here.
area gives us a nice opportunity to meet the other
An elf
people.
sits tucked away in a dark
Oh,
spot,
you're talking to Sabine.
lazily
Okay.
rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel. They
Listening
sound
in
like
on
the
this
dry
one,
cackling of an
definitely.
old witch.
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like.
She shakes her head.
Game for one, I'm afraid.
Oh, not allowed to join in.
Rolling dice.
This reminds me of my teens.
Deciding fates.
It should.
Yeah, that's enough of that.
No. You'll understand more when you
Don't
learn
worry,
more
honey.
about her.
It isn't yours.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Never say never, though.
She eyes you suspiciously.
Not the future, no. But I can read the past in flesh. Just like you. And I'm quite good at it, too. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
Oh, you just reminded me. Elves can eat flesh, can't they?
Yeah,
So-
can I go and eat that dead body?
Yes.
Right.
They absorb memories and stuff when they do it.
I forgot all about that.
Decline, you don't know where her tongue has been.
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue, efficient like a cat grooming.
Wow.
You were
Does remind me
in
of my
a
teens.
cellar with other sorcerers. As everyone lay sleeping, you lay awake thinking of someone back home. A very special someone. You were reminiscing about the things you used to do together.
Got number 2.
She pats you on the shoulder consolingly.
There, don't you worry, darling. Your secret's safe with me. I don't lick and tell.
I love her. Alright, let's go and see if we can chow down on this guy.
No, you find specific body part items that you can use like that.
Oh, so I can't just lick this guy's corpse.
Now you
Not
find,
exactly.
like, a tongue or a leg or something which you can eat.
Okay, let me know if you spot one.
Probably want to save soon, actually. You guys cool with that?
Yeah, it would make sense to do that soon.
We've been recording about half an hour, and it seems like a good saving point. So, just be a mo. All done.
Cool.
And yes, the game doesn't pause while I've got the menu open to save, so you guys running around and stuff. Yeah, you've moved around a little bit, but it's all cool.
I've just grabbed a bucket.
Here's
Bucket
what it
helmet.
is.
That's what you need.
Oh, bottle of beer. Mug of beer.
One of them. I know it.
Another mug of beer.
You put a knuckle in it. I'm
And another mug of beer.
concentrate.
Come on,
Moving
guys.
on.
You guys aren't taking the right stuff
Okay,
here.
let's get creative.
I feel like you're
I'm
not
gonna
putting
do
the helmet,
the
so
thing.
good use. The bucket, good use.
It's
One of us wouldn't kill our own.
-1 initiative, +2
Don't
physical armor.
mind me. I'm just gonna move this crate over here,
Oh, mate, that's awesome.
I reassure you and you shut up.
and there's a greasy cube underneath the crate, and it's now in my possession.
I do my best
I'm
work
gonna
like
go
this.
through the door and into the kitchen. I'm having those mashed potatoes.
With like the Buckethead clan.
We now have cooking recipes to make food.
I also found a scroll of restoration, which is kind of cool.
Oh, this
Well,
is-
let's try not to need to use that.
this door's locked.
Does anyone want a small poison bottle?
There has been a murder, Your Majesty.
Nah, that's not my bag.
That has the Magister's more
Yeah, I'll
Alright.
probably use it at some point to make arrows. That'd be cool.
Don't you get saucy with me when you clearly don't know the. Well, well.
Let's,
What have
Okay, I'm
we
talking to the
There
Red
you go.
Prince.
A fresh face.
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer would a fetching horse. All of a sudden, he
Oh,
grips
man,
you
you should have
firmly by
told
the
me.
chin,
That's a good
with the intent of
conversation.
inspecting your teeth.
I can hold. I've only done one line.
That's going to be a bit difficult for him to inspect your teeth with a bucket over your head.
Yep.
There's some discoloration, but I've seen worse. After all, one can't expect to find prime merchandise on a squalid little ship like this. Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook?
Can I cook? Sure thing.
Music to my beleaguered stomach. On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor? Yes, I can tell from your vagabond chic.
Vagabond
a
chic.
bag is as good as a shirt kind of style. I shouldn't be getting my hopes up.
I love that. A bag is as good as a shirt kind of style.
On then
Nice.
to my final query. Have
That's
you
what I'm
the
calling the
ability to
episode, that's for
administer the
sure.
upkeep of one's personal
What vagabond
appearance?
chic?
Yeah.
The delicate art of cosmetics is what I'm after. Just as I thought. That explains what's besieging my nostrils.
Twigs and berries.
So, 3 questions asked, 3 questions answered. Let's evaluate, shall we? As per your own testimony, you can cook, but you have the fashion sense of a monkey in a clown suit, and your personal hygiene reminds one of a carcass rotting in the sun. That won't do at all, see? I'm sad to say I must deny you the opportunity to be my slave. Ever so sorry.
Nice.
You didn't know where this was going, did you?
You should probably come to terms with the fact that you've half a mind, full stop. You'll never attain the rank of slave with manners such as that.
I love this guy.
Still, hone your skills.
Yeah?
One day
Yeah.
you may just qualify for a position in a lesser household than mine. You keep dreaming, you hear?
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a fun character. They all are, the companions. They're each fun in their own way.
Let's talk to this one.
I'm gonna talk to Ifan up here.
To bring me my supper. But meanwhile, the Magisters feast on honey.
Where you going?
You faring okay so far?
You in?
I think I've joined Fuji's conversation. Actually,
Oh, okay.
he's talking to a Magister
I think I
Paid
know
or
where it
paid
is.
up at the door.
In that case, I'll just walk away from this conversation. Because I can see where you are on the map and I may be needed.
There has been a murder, Your Majesty.
Who are you talking to?
The Magisters more
Magister paid.
Ah, yes. Magister
Glad to hear it.
Paid.
You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
Oh, okay. Do you want to go back and speak to the other guy?
Okay, so they've opened the door
was it
for us now,
Losa
so we can go
or
through there if we
Ifan
want
you were
to.
talking to?
Yeah, I want to talk to the other guy.
How dare you
If we
classify
want to talk
this
to him on
scoundrel
here
as
before
food?
walking through that door, we
I've seen
probably should.
appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
There's 1 or 2 more people we should probably get to meet.
else I can make, Your Majesty.
A
Talk to
scruffy
this
man
guy.
lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded.
Yeah.
A sly smile
It's
playing on
Ifan.
his face. He stares across at the Magister guarding him.
Uh,
Noticing you,
played by the
he
same voice
straightens
actor who
and beckons for
plays
you to come
Raphael in
closer.
Baldur's Gate 3. And he does a bloody good job of hiding it.
You fish.
Ah,
There's a murderer on board, and I'd bet 3 months' pay it's this tramp Ifan.
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again. He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasantly on your neck. He winks,
Pinches less that way, right?
hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction.
A
the
phlegmy-
Summon
a
Magister
phlegmy
slipped
gobbet.
back to his task of glowering
that might
at
also
it.
be the episode name.
And now, you.
Nice.
We used to know each other, more's the pity.
Why do you
I
think?
was his commander many, many, many moons ago. Isn't that right, Vic?
Standing far back from Ifan,
Sounds like a
the
budget
tight-faced
Russell Crowe,
Magister
actually.
draws one finger across his throat in an elaborate fashion, but says nothing.
He's really not. He's the guy who plays Andrew in The Archers.
Ifan
Is it
grins,
Andrew Wincott or
flashing
Michael
pointed
Wincott? I can't
white
remember.
teeth.
Is it Andrew?
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword, and now he's Johnny Big Pants. No. The dead
Oh.
man, Finn, is it? I'd no business with him. And I wouldn't put a man down without good reason.
He glances over at Magister Victor, who's staring back at him with pointed intensity.
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough. The Joy. I've heard a lot.
Oh, the Joy. Right.
No surprise there, since Bishop Alexander runs the show. Wonder if we'll get to meet the ringmaster himself. Not interested in the son of the divine himself? I don't blame you one bit. But Vic here will blow a blood vessel if he hears you talking like that.
What are you conspiring about over there? You, elf. What's your name?
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet. And that bee is me.
Name?
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously, then scrawls something illegible down in a tiny notebook. He scowls at
Can't
you
help
and
myself.
bestows the notebook back in his voluminous robes.
Away with you, at once.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lips as he leans back against the wall.
Nice. Okay, we should move
for
this
those of
on.
you who might not remember, Ifan is a hitman. You might want to go meet oh, what's her name?
Losa.
Losa before heading on. She's a fun one. I'll go talk to her.
Ah, missed her.
Oh right, you both might want to listen in on this.
I'm listening in.
You see that line?
Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not at all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this Losa woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly allergical.
Yes, indeed. My trophy wife is incredibly allergic to children.
How very correct you are, spouse of mine. Madame Josephine Gribbles de Peeb refuses to be confused with anyone else.
Gribbles de Peeb.
What's so funny?
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin, and she shoos the children away from her with a laugh.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and git, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good and ready.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we?
Right, so, I take it you are Miss Losa, then?
Right. Nope. Trying not to find anything out either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better.
Hey, you know, maybe we could investigate this
Thanks,
together.
But I already belong to an elite and exclusive ship gang. We play ball every day after lunch. You're too soft for it.
She's talking about the
You
kids.
take care, though.
Yeah.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down her face, and her mouth tightens into a cruel sneer. As quickly as they came, the clouds clear. She smiles as though no change came over her.
Good luck, Chief.
Now that is the first indication that she's possessed by some kind of demon or spirit from another realm.
Yeah.
Which makes her a much more three-dimensional character than she could otherwise have been. Alright, we've now met all the potential party members. Whiteseer. We're going to get to meet all of these again at some point in the future when we're in a somewhat less confined situation, and we'll get the opportunity of inducting one or more of them into our party. We've got a party size of 4, so we can only have one at a time, and oh good god, he's gone right in there.
Sorry, yeah, just seeing what's going on in here. I'm very aware of the episode time.
Standing in the center of the room, you spot a
I've kicked something
soldier
off.
haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters.
You certainly
Keep their
have.
crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God, the woman's mad. You there, sorcerer, go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
Ooh,
That means your journey draws to a close. Do stick around for its finale, though, because...
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
Yikes.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
Uh-huh.
And now we're in combat. I strongly believe that she was the woman from the introduction.
Yeah, I kind of think so as well.
Yeah, I'm getting that feeling.
Also, look, now the ship is on fire.
Yeah, I didn't do it.
The ship we are sailing in.
No time for chatter. We've got to get out of
Confiscated property chest here. I'm having the lot. We'll sort it out later, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got 2 shields. Who wants a second shield?
Yeah.
Who wants a toy crossbow?
A toy crossbow? It's probably better than no crossbow, so sure.
Yeah. Okay. Who wants a
staff would be good.
Of a broken sword. You want the staff?
Yeah, yeah.
Sure. So who wants the second makeshift shield, the wand, or the broken sword?
I'm good actually with what I've got.
Yeah, same. You can sell it. Make some money out of it.
Okay.
In fact, this might be a really good place to not stand in the fire.
Really good time to save, especially if you weren't on fire.
How do I put this fire out?
You wait or get really wet.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, good time to save.
Good time to save. I will do that now.
Okay, guys, we're going to call that the end of this first episode. I hope you enjoyed the playthrough so far. I'm obviously still learning the game. I'm looking forward to the next episode. Having a great time, and I hope to see you guys around for the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and stay safe.